Very creative, man. You guys are just getting better every week.
So today we're meeting with the social media team and we're talking about 2 or 3 new ideas that we're going to do for a new client of ours. We're trying to make some of the designs we do for social media be built more natively for stories. Had an idea, I wanted to share it with the team. I was on Instagram. I was trying to get through it to see the next person's, and I started just doing that. And I'm like, oh, there's other people that do that, you know? So I'm like, I've never seen this done before, but what if we like played into that? Like either like a, you know, those flip books, you have to like, what if it was like press as fast as you can and like the character was moving, you know? It could be cool, could be dumb.
Is this going to be something that's like drawn so we know that it's obviously something that's meant for that? Because we could also just even take a video and chop it up with like every other frame so it looks like it's a video essentially, but then people might think, oh, I'm just clicking through 1,000 photos someone uploaded.
Yeah. So what's cooler?
I think a drawing is, because then it's like something that's out of the way, created for the church. And
how about this? Both of you guys do it without major collaboration. And then let's just see what happens. So when Kellen first showed me his design, it was bad.
My first concept really wasn't that bad. I mean,
he did stick figures walking into a building with a boulder crushing them. They did. Wow, obviously that's a no. What did you do?
I made this sort of animation where this handwritten text, it's the one that you saw this morning, moves.
So you're having like one word pop in at a time? All right. That's not what I had in mind. And your thing, tug of war, here's my problem with tug of war. I don't see that working because you can only tap on one side. Instead of just drawing things, what if we had either text or a logo or something that was just a graphic that we could make piece together, which is way less hard than drawing things. For sure. So we're trying to do a brand reveal. What if you had the logo, which is what we're revealing, build?
That would be cool.
And so like you progress and go faster and like you see it happening. And
building.
So we're not making a stick figure, but it still feels like I'm going fast and I'm seeing it happening. And if you make it, because it would be easy to make it lame by having it just be in 3 sections because you would just skip forward. But if you make it into 14 pictures, then they're going to get bored and they're going to start doing it faster. And then all of a sudden it looks cool because it's building. So that's easy for a logo one. And that's not like super hard. But for you, any ministry like tonight's whatever, or even if we did See You Sunday and you had it written in a cool way and it was just like a full screen, like in the brand font of whatever church, and it was like See You Sunday, right? But they had to build it together. That's not as long. It's still long, but it's not like you're having to hand draw something, but we're starting with the end graphic in mind and just piecing it together, which would still feel cool. What do you think about that?
I think that, well, literally using the word piece, I was thinking create like a general graphic and literally have like this puzzle piece cut out overlay and pull apart the pieces and put them in together like a pile. And so every time they're clicking, they're pulling a piece out and it's going into the spot.
That'd be cool. So do you have a specific one in mind?
I'd probably do it for The Rock because they're a little more experimental and would be willing to accept or review something like that.
Okay, so you do that. Are you going to actually do puzzle piece shapes? That'd be cool. Okay. That'd be cool. Let's do that?
Yeah, I was not super thrilled about it, but when I started making mine, it actually turned out pretty good. Mine took about 45 minutes as well, probably more close to an hour. But I was happy with how it turned out. It's actually a really cool concept.
We were able to do the design, but it was the concept that was the problem. Like how do we make this be something that relates to a church? How do we make this be something that like says something about an upcoming event or a new sermon series? So we didn't have a problem like drawing things or making photos come together as you flip through, but it was like, how do we make this be something that works for what we're trying to do for a church?
What I ended up doing was taking a picture and putting a promotion for a small group on it so that when someone's flipping through and completing that puzzle, the last few pieces they have to put together are like join us for small groups or join a small group or something like that. So they're flipping through and they see this giant picture, but there's a couple pieces missing. They want to know exactly what they're missing out on. And so once they finish that, then it finally comes to that complete. All right.
Is this the story?
This is a story.
Which church is this for?
This is going to be for Anchor Point. So this is going to be a promotion of their small groups. It's kind of like, wasn't this puzzle piece fun? Small groups is fun, kind of connection.
Did you do actual puzzle pieces? Puzzle piece shapes?
Mm-hmm. So it starts off puzzle time.
Tap to build the puzzle. Love it.
So click, 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 click. And then once it finishes, wasn't that fun? Just like small groups sign up today.
I think the concept's good. That's cool. Flip through is cool. I just think that you need to test that last screen on a story.
This one?
And just see if things get cut off. See if this looks, because I don't know, just see how that looks on it.
I'll post it on my story. That's why I have my account, so I can test these kind of things.
That's sweet though.
I presented that concept and he loved it. It was great. The only critique that he had is I chose a picture with, two people that looked a little too chummy, he said.
Too chummy.
Too chummy.
Those were his words. Too chummy.
Yeah.
The big thing for us is we feel like social media is done the best when you're doing things that are made to specifically work in that one environment. Now when somebody sees stories from your church, they don't think that it's just us reposting something that's really a post, but we're just throwing it up as a story. Like there's original content happening in the stories. And so we came up with a concept that really actually we've got it set up on a burner account right now, and I wanted you to find it on Instagram and experience it for yourself and see if you like it. Tap it and tell us what you think.
Man, I like that. Very creative, man. You guys are just getting better every week.
You see it, you tap through, and one by one it comes together.
Fantastic. Love it.
Isn't that cool?
I love it. Very creative.
I've never seen that done before.
No, that's very creative. Man, you guys have really dug deep this week. Man, I like it.
Good. I think that'll give people like just more and more understanding that we put, as the Rock Church, we're intentional about what we're putting on social media. And when they see a story or a post, they don't think that we're just slapping something up there, that we do everything with excellence. And that's kind of how we want you guys to be represented. I think he liked it. I think he saw it on the phone and he really liked it. I felt really good when it actually went live. I think the next day or Saturday.
Yeah, we're always pushing new stuff out, and so this was just another step to doing something extraordinary.
Even if he didn't like it, I was happy that we're being forward thinking, and I would put my name behind that anytime. I think that we're still finding ways to use stories and navigating through them just because of that. We'll do even better next time. Actually, I just want to say how proud I am of young Kellen here.
Thanks, Dad.